finding help for every single addict and alcoholic out there, and not only them, but support for their family members who suffer just as much as they do. That is the mission of a group called Parent Team, and we were inspired by their story. So joining us now on our show from that team is Ali Sandiger. Thank you so much for being with us here this morning.
Thank you.
You're a treatment coordinator with Parent Team. I think it's so admirable what you do, but first kind of take us back to the beginnings of Parent Team and how and why it all started.
Okay, so it started about 8 years ago when the founder, Lynn, discovered that her son was using drugs. And as you can imagine, she was terrified. So she created a group of parents, and they started having these underground meetings, and they would exchange information on who was doing drugs and who was dealing. And eventually they got the mayor and the DEA, the principal of Tustin, involved, and they successfully brought down a few drug dealers. Well, Lynn's son eventually got a very serious death threat, so she had to kind of shut that down. But in the meantime, you know, she spent the next 10 years traveling the country and touring these facilities and vetting them. What she found was when she would send her son to treatment, it wasn't always what it looked like it was supposed to be. So now it's our job to make sure, and we have long-standing relationships with these facilities. We vet them, we trust them implicitly so that, you know, parents can feel comfortable sending their children there.
And I do, in a little bit want to get to the services you provide and how people can get help. But this, I was reading your personal story. This hits really close to home for you.
Yes, yes. I went to my first treatment center at the age of 17. I grew up in Edmond, and my first treatment was, like I said, 17, and it was for cocaine. And I think it's an issue that a lot of people, you know, don't want to acknowledge or talk about. And I don't think parents even know what's really going on. Like my parents didn't even know what was really going on. And so, of course, after that, I graduated into the heroin, which is now an epidemic. You know, heroin overdoses have quadrupled since the year of 2000. And it is an epidemic, and awareness needs to be brought forth.
Well, I'm glad that you lived to tell the tale and you found yourself out of that dark place.
Yes.
You know, and kind of going into almost 10 years of business here, talk to us about those facilities and what specific types of services and treatment these people, you know, can come forward and receive.
Okay, so any type of addiction, whether it's an eating disorder, whether it's mental health, you know, gambling, primarily substance abuse. But we can place just about anything and anyone. We do have options for scholarship beds, so a lot of people, they don't have insurance. We have a facility that will scholarship them completely. We can also place people with private insurance. We can also help people to acquire insurance if they need it.
And tell me, does someone who's battling an addiction, or maybe a parent, they have to come forward voluntarily to receive your services? Do you seek them out at all? Or?
Well, if they're under the age of 18, the parents can come forth to us, and the adolescents, you know, they don't really have a say. Like I didn't have a say, and I didn't want to go to treatment when I was 17. But most of the time, people, you know, they want help, and they'll call us. Okay. So, and they can call 714-388-2971.
Okay, I was going to ask you to get that number in.
Yes.
And my last question to you, you know, there might be somebody watching at home right now, a parent or a child saying, that is my story. That is what my family is dealing with right now, and I don't know where to start or even how to get help, or the first thing I should do. What's your biggest piece of advice for those families?
I would say reach out, give us a call. We have so many resources. Just for even parents that don't know what to do, and to fight this, we have to stick together, and I would say that they don't have to go through this alone. They shouldn't have to go through it alone. Call us and we can direct you.
Yeah, I think when I was researching y'all, one of the things that really stood out to me was a lot of times we solely think about the person struggling with the addiction. We don't think necessarily about the parents and the siblings or the grandparents who are suffering just as much.
Exactly.
Ali Sandiger, thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Absolutely.
We really
Thank you for
appreciate it.
having me.
Absolutely.